Welcome to the Sit On Me podcast, baby. I am Dean.
I am Duff. Welcome.
And as the title stated, it says, what is life anymore? And, just for folks to know, me and Duff don't talk about any of the topics or anything like that. We kind of just bring whatever we're feeling for this. I saw this and I just wanted to know, what is life anymore, Duff? Like, what are we doing at any point in time now? And let's just look at it. Do you see this? Do you see this? To the duck. To the duck. To the duck, Duff. Let's start here.
I had not seen that.
Where is Peter?
I don't. This is the time that they need.
Why
to,
are people not calling the cops?
Something.
The duck is horrified. You see it flapping his legs, wants to get the fuck away.
Yeah.
See, he tried to move, got pinned down. It's just bad.
Who is that?
It was on Twitter.
I don't know, man. Like, I think people are doing anything now just to try and get noticed. And And I think people are fucking gross.
It's more than just a weird place, more just a different place. It's the world, as you said, is just the internet is a blessing, but then it's also a curse.
Yeah.
The fact that she even thought that, this would be a wonderful idea to do to the duck. I saw somebody tag Peter and was like, what is Peter doing? Like, this is the kind of that I would want to see Peter avenging.
I bet in her mind, like, she's a great idea. This is gonna go viral, and like, you know who's really gonna appreciate this one day? Like, my grandkids. My grandkids are gonna love this.
They're gonna be able to show this to all their friends. Like, do you see what my grandmother did when the internet was the wild west? What the fuck?
Yeah, that's my grandma. Yeah.
Jesus. Oh my gosh. I wonder if she knows how to make duck. But besides that, so what do you think? So how have you been?
Dude,
besides that,
I've been busy, man. Just doing a lot of open mics.
Yeah, but to say
I've been seeing
stuff. How has that journey been going?
Oh, dude, it's like up and down. Like, I did one last night and it was just like a tough room. But everybody was attentive, and there were like three girls that were overly attentive. Like, they wanted to be a part of the show so bad. And
what do you mean that they wanted to be part? Like, how does that go?
It was like,
you're freezing up on me a little bit.
All
right, you're good now,
here, man. So they were like heckling, but it wasn't like super rude. Like, the first two people that went up, they were like heckling, but it wasn't like mean. And I'm sitting there like, because I'm up next and I'm like, oh, here we go. Like, so I get all scatterbrained. And then as soon as I get up there, they just like shut up. They didn't have like anything to say. And I don't know if they were like afraid of me or like they just didn't have anything to say, or like my set was decent, because then I get off stage and a couple more people go. And as soon as I'm done, they like wind back up. And I'm looking at one of my friends, and she's like, yeah, why the fuck did they not say anything to you? I was like, maybe they were like, I don't know, maybe they looked at me and they're
intimidated. They're like, this
yeah,
is the
they're
last
like,
motherfucker.
Yeah, they're like,
self-preservation kicked in.
Yeah.
This motherfucker look like he just needs a reason. Let's just shut the fuck up and be let's just clap and say, yes, thank you, Mr. Duff.
Yeah,
thank you.
And they were sitting in back like when I was there, and they were just like,
so what were they saying?
Oh, dude, it was just like anything. Like, I don't know, as soon as like one dude brought up weed, and they're like, that's what I'm saying, I love some weed. And I'm like, I'm fucked. Like,
how old did they seem?
Oh God, there were from like 21 to like 26, maybe.
Are they white?
No.
Black?
Yeah.
God damn it. I was imagining some white girls too. Fuck.
No. See, like
he said, no. So wait, were you in a black room or were you in a mixed room or?
We were at a coffee shop, which made it like even more tense.
So did they know that they were about to get comedy, or were y'all ambushing them with comedy?
No, they knew. They came upstairs.
They came for the comedy.
Yeah.
Oh, them just some. All right. They just, you know what I mean. Such
life.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about some young like college girls or whatever the fuck. I just was imagining a blonde brunette, like that whole crew. No. It's got to be mine. But such is life.
No, those are.
They liked you though.
Apparently, I don't know. Like, I mean, I thought I did pretty shitty, but I just like
not to them.
Went up there. Yeah, dude. I was like, I'm trying.
Are you the next Gary Owen?
I don't know, probably.
What happened?
Probably not. No.
I'm just fucking around. No. I'm just fucking around.
Actually, this is pretty damn funny, and like it happened to me on Friday. I had a girl cancel a date, because she told me she forgot it was her dog's birthday, and I wasn't even mad. Because like it's so hard sometimes, like when I'm sitting and writing, to think of something like kind of unique, and then never really
dropped in your lap,
dude. Just like the comedy gods were like, dun, 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 dun. Like.
I just want to know though. I need to know. Did you at least ask her, like, hey, you couldn't find a better excuse?
No, dude. Like,
you just didn't ask her that. Like, I would have asked, like, yo, you couldn't. What did you respond with?
I was just like, let me look. Actually, I can't remember. It was just It was ridiculous. Fuck, I can't find it. I was just like, oh, right on, happy birthday, dog. Like,
good for your dog.
Yeah.
I think you're lying, bitch.
But like that was, I don't know, like maybe in her mind, like, because even if she was just like, yeah, I'm not feeling that, but yeah, that's cool, whatever. But just to throw into like triple coverage in a metaphoric sense like that, and think she like nailed
it's just weird.
Yeah. But I mean, so I was trying out that new bit because I had to write it like day of, and I don't really like doing that too much. But that was interesting. I'm trying to think like,
what'd you do last night?
So that
that happened last night. Okay.
Yeah, that open mic.
And only reason I asked because I see this right here.
Oh yeah. So okay, that's another story. It's one of my buddy's birthdays, and we go out uptown, which like here I don't like going out uptown because it's just like what's a nice way of saying this? There's just too much bullshit. Just too much bullshit. And
nice way, what? There's a lot of drugs, a lot of crime, there's a lot of violence, all the above.
Just like
drugs, crimes, and violence.
Idiots.
Just is this like a young college area where everybody wants to fight? Because I remember those days.
No, nobody was really like fighting. Just everybody's oblivious that there's other people around them. So they're just like standing, like they're just like standing on the sidewalk, and like they see people coming, but they're just like, don't move, and like cars are driving by, and like also it's just like it's frustrating in that sense. And we had ended up going to this one place called the Roxbury. It's like a 90s themed club, which is cool. Like, yeah. And I used to like going, like when I was drinking, like I used to love going there. And I went in now, like just drinking like seltzers all night. I go downstairs. It's just like the real dance area. And just like this scent hit me of like
bad pussy.
that and like body odor and just like everybody with indigestion. It was just like this whole mixture of things just hit me right in the face.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at one of my buddies who doesn't like that place to begin with. I look at him, I'm like, you want to go outside? He's just like, yeah, this is terrible. And we went outside. I was just standing there. I was like, I know it's his birthday, but I don't want to be here. And we go back in and they're like dancing with some girls. So we just go. Fine.
Right. So speaking of body odor, I can't really explain on air. I can tell you off air where I was at. But just, you know what I mean? Just because. But I was at a place where, you know, everybody's dressed nice. It's an event.
Yeah.
Pretty important event too. And these people had to go change or whatever the case may be, whatever. So I was like, you know, okay, cool. They just asked me like, hey, do you know where the bathroom is? I was like, yeah, it's right over there. So they left. They come back in. As they come back in, they go change.
I feel like I know where this is going.
I get a whiff of some of the most horrendous 90s pussy. Like, this pussy came straight from the 90s, and she was not born in the 90s at all. She looked like she was like she looked like she bought the pussy from the 90s, but she was born in the 70s. So she kept up on it in the 70s and 80s, but she lost it in the 90s.
she wanted,
bruh, it was bad. Like, it was decades old pussy smell. And went in the bathroom, whatever, did their thing, and then the event's going on or whatever. And I'm in there and I'm sitting down and I was eating. And then walked past me again, right?
Oh, God.
But now I'm braced for it. I smelled nothing. And I know for a fact there's no showers where this event is at.
Okay.
So I was just trying to figure out, like, one, how disgusting did that women's bathroom look? Because you know that they must have fucking, she must have gave the pussy a spritz in the fucking, in the, where you wash your hands.
In the sink? In
the sink. You know, she probably had to give it the good old rinse real fast because she had to smell it too. And she had to have no, you know what I mean? She had to have no, like, oh shit, it's getting a little out of control. It's the 90s in this bitch, and we're in 2023. Good on her.
Yeah. So what you're saying is she stopped like taking care of that when Ice Ice Baby came out.
Maybe Ninja Turtles 3.
Ninja Turtles.
After that, she probably had her kids and shit, and then, like, you know, she wasn't getting any more dick from her husband and just said fuck it.
Or like, I think it'd be funny if somebody like addressed her about it, because like you can't say no at that point. Like, it's kind of like as
why your pussy smell like this?
Yeah, it's like you're getting closer to where she's like, it's getting stronger and stronger, and she's like, you know, just been busy. Like, it's just.
That's the thing, because I want to know, like, can you not smell yourself? Like, for instance, like after like a good workout, I can smell myself.
Yeah, me
so
too.
There is no way that, or even if I wear shoes and it's like, oh shit, like these shoes maybe got wet, I didn't know it or whatever. I'm wearing it, maybe like a little, like, you know what I mean, sweating, and you like get a little whiff of that, you're just like, oh fuck, and it just stays with you. So it's like, I don't understand how they can just sit in whatever body odor it is, and in this specific case, 90s, you know, 90s pussy. So it's interesting, man. But I do have a question for you.
Okay.
Why is everything being ruined now? What I mean by being ruined is that you can't have nothing good no more. When I say nothing, let's go on this journey about, I guess something's fucked up with Nutella Duff.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
What'd you hear?
I just heard some bad shit's going down with Nutella.
Ah, fuck you. I don't even eat it that much anymore, but I used every now and then I go on food shopping after this, and I was gonna, motherfucker, fuck you, Duff, fuck you. Fuck this motherfucker too in the TikTok machine. All right, what's happening in this bitch?
Yeah, I want to know what's going on.
Yeah, because it looks like they're doing like a scientific test. I don't know what the fuck that is, but that doesn't look like it's good, and it should be on Nutella.
No.
Well, no. Well, hold on, because He may have something on that needle shit. We don't know. I mean, that's the needle.
Oh yeah,
the
that keeps
goddamn
you
swipe.
yeah.
So who knows?
All right, here we go.
Wait, the duck took over? Why'd the duck take over?
Yeah.
The man doesn't want us to try to figure out what's happening with Nutella. What the fuck is that? It can't be good. Shit's moving. Oh, nigga.
Yeah.
I don't got no biology shit. I have to call a pledge brother by the name of Owl to figure this out, but what the fuck? So I can't eat Nutella no more now? Fuck
I don't even know what that is though.
Me neither.
Like I couldn't even really tell. I mean, like if you zoom in on anything, it's like it's gonna.
It looks all fucked up. Hold on, so I'm looking.
Yeah.
This is. Oh, hold on. Okay. All right. You know what? This is why. And the internet's a good or bad thing, right? Especially Twitter.
Yeah.
Because it's either going to reinforce what you're already feeling or you're going to go on a deep and terrible path. And the first comment reinforced what I thought. And it goes, this is the most uninformative video I've seen in a while. So Nutella is put in a nutrient gel. Then it creates some weird, creepy music. Then it's viewed under a microscope, which reveals what exactly. There we go. We're just going to go ahead and retweet that.
Yeah, retweet that. We need that. We need that out there more.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do have a question for you though. Since you are on Twitter more, do you?
I love the Twitter machine.
Do you ever like sometimes when you're bored, try and find a controversial tweet and just read all the responses to it?
So Duff, everything I follow and I consume for the most part is controversial. So
okay.
Everything I look at, all the comments get fucking wild. And it does make you realize at times, like, even if I believe something, you're able to look at Twitter. And Twitter is not the world. It's not.
No.
But Pat McAfee says it, and he's right in this regard. It's a good like sample size. Just to kind of see. Because the arguments, like, it's crazy, is like you'll hear some of the most outlandish shit on Twitter, and then you'll just hear a sane version of it out in the world. And you're just like, oh, okay. This is how I thought to combat that. But I've seen Twitter get absolutely ruthless.
Like what's one of the most memorable ones?
It's more like thread. So like I can't really do most memorable because a lot of shit it's jumbles, but I can tell you something that most recently happened that Twitter caused. So you know Lupe Fiasco, right?
Yeah, I know he is.
So Lupe Fiasco, so you know, for people who don't know, Lupe Fiasco is a rapper. I guess now he's doing a semester as a professor at MIT or something like that. You know, conscious brother doing all this kind of good stuff, right? Yeah. So he had some comments about Second Amendment stuff and guns and all that kind of shit. We won't get into it. Now, there's somebody that I follow on Twitter called Maja Tori, and I probably pronounced his name wrong, but whatever. I apologize if I did, though. I was trying to be disrespectful about it because I do follow him. I do like his content and his message. So he is pro Second Amendment through and through all the way. So when Lupe decided that he was going to fucking, you know, he said something to Maj or maybe Maj something to him, I don't know. But they started going back and forth, and it became the most hilarious thing. Like, you got Maj calling him. He's like, you're a fucking goofy. Like, you know, you fucking, like, you know, you advocate for motherfuckers not to have guns, but you're a security dude, yada, yada, yada. Lupe's coming back like, nigga, you think that because I'm fucking the nigga from Kick Push or some other shit that I'm some lame, nigga, I'm not, yada, yada, yada. Yo, son. They had like a back and forth. They were supposed to have a debate. Lupe wanted to be on the Twitter Spaces with a moderator, and Maj wanted it to be on like a channel or something with a moderator as an Oxford style debate. They couldn't agree on that shit, so Lupe ended up blocking Maj, and then Maj was like, "Fuck that nigga," basically. Like, you know, don't come. Like, you better have blocked me and stay in your goofy ass lane. Like, yo, the way he uses goofy is amazing, bro. Like, dude, oh, that shit was amazing.
Yeah, because I feel like both of them have like scholarly points to give, but it, like, the way you're describing it, it just went from like two adults talking to like 2 8-year-olds like going back and forth until one just said, "You're not my friend anymore."
Block. And bro, and that's the. But see, that was the thing because I was with Mod when it was like, all right, let's make it an Oxford style debate or whatever. But then when Lupe was like, hey, you can make a fucking he was like, hey, you can make a moderator in here. But then Mod's like, nah, let's put it up on a platform so that you can't take it down or whatever. If you look good or look bad, like it is what it is. Like I want to have a win or loss. And so I fell on like no matter. I was team Mod going into the bitch, but Lupe just like I was just like, oh wow, you really are the bitch I thought you were.
It's like you haven't done anything since Kick Push. Like,
nigga, I ain't heard from you since then. Nigga. Kick push, coast.
Yeah. I remember I was like 16 when that came out.
Nigga, what? That shit used to hit.
Yeah.
You know what else used to hit? Bud Light. So I want to know. I need to know, Duff.
Yeah.
So I just have to know. Did the VP get fired? And before people jump down my throat talking about, oh my God, he's being transphobic. Suck my dick, bitch, and listen to me. Yeah. Now, they announce Dylan is the individual's name.
Yes.
They announced Dylan as the spokesperson for the Bud Light machine. Excuse me, not like or one of them because they hire a bunch of them. Like they just did something with Pat McAfee a few months ago, right?
Yeah.
And he's still signed to the deal, which has put him in a very hilarious situation. But Godspeed, boys, Godspeed. So Dylan was a spokesperson for one of the spokespersons that they've hired for Bud Light, right? They announced this right after the shooting with the trans individual who did the shooting at the Christian school that killed the kids and also killed the teachers.
Okay.
So my question becomes, now that Bud Light has lost billions of dollars so far in value on the market, the shit just keeps crashing and these motherfuckers are not buying it. It's hilarious. Like, so you want to talk about some controversial shit? My Twitter is filled with that shit right now, which
dude,
hilarious.
I've been seeing that. I've been seeing so many news articles about that. And like
they got country musicians changing the words of their song to Coors Light and shit.
Yeah.
Like, and then it's funny because niggas on the so you want to talk about the Twitter machine, so this sparked it. So you would see people on the left like, oh, you want to talk about Coors? Well, Coors supports the gay community, da 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 da. And then the conservatives goes, no one gives a fuck about the gays or anybody like that. We don't even give a fuck about this motherfucker.
Yeah.
But you're gonna do this on the heat. It wasn't even a week. I don't even know if we done had funeral for these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And this is what you announce to that demographic who is the backbone of your company.
Right.
You get what you get.
Yeah.
Their point was heard, I feel, as if in Wells, like, hey, Bud Light has fucked themselves. Like,
yeah.
It really is on the shelves in places. I don't even drink beer like that, but if I go like to the gas station or something like that, you know, normally you would see like only a few Bud Lights there.
Yeah.
Nah, when I go to Stewart's to get some gas,
it's all
I pop over to get some water. That Bud Light, that Budweiser, that Shock Top, anything under that Anheuser, whatever the fuck family.
Anheuser-Busch
is fucked, nigga.
Dude.
Bush Light, everything.
That's the thing, man. Like, dude, it's like the demographic who drinks Bud Light, like that area that we're like that you live in now that I'm from, that is like Bud Light country.
Was.
Dude, like, but like you know how like Faygo is the unofficial beverage for Juggalos, and like Gatorade is like the unofficial beverage for athletes. Bud Light was the unofficial beverage for like trailer parks and like farm people and like rednecks everywhere. So
Or
I'm not.
you know
I'm
what?
not.
I'll even go a step further. The whites everywhere.
Yeah,
It was the
yeah.
whites, like the white working class, middle class beer. Even for some motherfuckers in the upper class, like that was just a beer that everyone you could drink a Bud Light and not feel out of place.
Right.
Like, oh, he's a Bud Light guy. Whatever.
Right.
They done fucked it up, Duff. That was my go-to.
Like Post Malone loves Bud Light.
Does he still?
I don't know. That's
Maybe.
the thing. That's what I kind of want to figure out. But I would just know, like,
if you still drank, would you drink Bud Light still?
Probably, maybe. I don't even know. It depends, like, because I know as soon as like I start drinking, or like when I was drinking, like as soon as I had a couple, I'd be like, fuck it, I'll drink whatever. You know.
Right. So you say in the beginning, you may consciously be like, nah, I'm not gonna have that. But then if somebody gave you one, it's a beverage. You can't waste it. I hear you.
Yeah, it's like
I don't even drink the product to be like, I boycott it. So who the fuck am I? But because I don't really drink like that. Like, actually, funny enough, Justin just made a comment. He was like, how long has this Dewar's been in here? I was like, I was like, it's been here for a while. Why? He was like, it hasn't moved. Like, what are you doing with it? I was like, to be honest with you, every time I think of a reason to drink it, I actually have 2 reasons not to drink it, so then I don't end up drinking it.
No.
But I don't think I would.
Also, I mean, like even like for Bud Light, because I'm just thinking about this like from the jump.
They fucked the brand.
Like, even if like that whole thing didn't happen with that school, like that trans individual didn't like go shoot up that school, to have, you know, and I understand what they're trying to do. They want to like widen the demographic, but they like, so even in a time where like that didn't happen, where like that school shooting didn't happen, that's still a big swing for Bud Light because of their base demographic anyways is just like middle class white people. And I would say even
here's where I challenge
lower class. Okay.
Here's where I challenge you. If that school shooting never happened, or they waited for the school shooting, and they did it tastefully with like a tasteful person, because see, the issue is that Dylan is too much. Like, first of all, the right is not fucking with the trans,
right? Because
of the association with the trans and the kids. If the trans would separate the kids and then just like, hey, if they got on the idea of let the kids make decisions as adults like we do for everything else,
right?
Then they wouldn't have this issue and be so up in arms, because there are gay spokespeople for Bud Light. They don't bat an eye at that. I think that's where the right does get a bad rep at.
Okay, yeah.
There are some of them that are extremists in that group, like they're extremists in every group. But for the most part, their beef is with the trans community. For the most part,
right?
If you take away bathrooms, it's bathrooms, and also the kids.
Yeah,
leave the kids alone. Let kids do what kids do, because a lot of you motherfuckers are taking what would have normally been a tomboy, who then just grows into like this fucking feminine goddess. You're now making them a boy and you're fucking them.
Yeah.
Like in certain cases,
I agree.
That's where they're losing the right. And then
agree with that.
You do that. So you have this whole thing that the right is having an issue with. And then you make Dylan a spokesperson. Dylan agrees, and then neither party, like a bunch of jackasses, decides and says, hey, we probably should not release this thing off the heels of this. Some dumbass over there in some suit was like, you know what? This is a perfect time to show unity. Our brand is stronger than that. They fucked that brand. They fucked it.
I think so too. Like, I feel like that's kind of like if when the wildfires were happening in like California and Australia, you remember those? If like Coleman Campfire Products was like, hey, who wants to go camping this weekend? Like right after they were finished, you know what I mean? So I kind of
saying like, come on, bro.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
no, that's just a bad look. It's just a bad look.
It's just bad, and I hope the market. I hope that marketing department gets gutted.
I think it
it's
should be
gutted, because you've destroyed a strong brand that was at one point in time viewed as bulletproof, and then you got but then we're not getting into that portion of the politics. So, what you got on your agenda?
Me?
Yeah, you.
I was actually wanting to talk about that Bud Light thing.
Oh, really? So it's perfect. It blended right perfectly.
Yeah. So I'm always kind of like looking. I kind of want to know whatever happened to Dana White after he slapped his wife on that video clip.
So it's funny how everyone says that white people are under attack, but Dana White just beat the dog shit. Like, he slapped the dog shit out of his wife.
Yeah.
Like twice, maybe 3 times in that video. I forget. And he basically just got off by saying that, hey, I'm actually not going to lose my job. It is what it is. And my wife is still here. And now everyone is going to view me as this. And that's my punishment from now on. And people should never do that again. Even though he has suspended fighters for doing such.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's fucking hilarious.
That's shitty, though.
It's hilarious. And no one gives a fuck. No one. It's like,
okay. I guess because, like, I mean, he is the president of the UFC.
He got less shit than Will Smith did for slapping a. Yeah. Will Smith slapped a grown man.
Let's not.
No,
Chris Rock's an adult. I don't know about grown.
Shut up. Shut up. But still, you know what I mean? That's a grown ass man who got slapped by another grown ass man, and in that did not die. Did not die for the longest time. Dana, a grown ass man, slaps a grown ass woman.
No.
And hey, and guess what? For the for maybe certain kind of police, I'll say this: it was a grown ass cisgender man slapped the dog shit out of a grown ass cisgender female.
Yeah, and she's not white, is she?
I think they're a white wife.
Is she?
She's gotta be white. Yeah, they ain't a white wife. She gotta be white, right? I would assume she's white. Anna Stella. They met in Boston.
Oh, yeah. No,
she looked white. I would assume.
For some reason, no, she's definitely white.
Yeah, Dana not fucking impregnating the other races.
I bet. for some reason,
run wild, nigga.
Maybe the lighting was so bad in that clip I saw. I thought she was like Hispanic or something like that. Which,
nah.
I think if she was, she would have slapped him right back.
I think she's Italian, so I'm surprised she didn't slap him back.
Yeah.
Yeah, did like, nigga, what you fucking motherfucker? No, but actually, no, she did. She did hit him back. I think I think that they were going. I don't remember, but I want to say that they were maybe going back and forth. I forget.
Good for her.
I hope she did. Hey, listen.
Yeah, you got to get.
We don't advocate or condone it, but if it's gonna go down, get yours in.
Exactly, and actually,
tough. Exactly. I don't know why I found that so funny. Exactly. Got to get something. Got to
actually. Speaking of this topic and how grim it could usually be, our friends at Two Bears One Cave found a way to make that funny.
Oh my God! Which episode? Because I haven't been watching too much lately. I don't know why either.
I've just been catching all the clips, because they're on my feed in YouTube.
Yeah. I guess the YouTube Shorts.
Yeah. And Bert was talking about like he like fantasizes about like what his life would be if like he wasn't a father, or like if Leanne kicked him out of the house. And he goes, yeah, you know what I'd do is I'd move to Key West and like I'd lose a bunch of weight and like my beard would grow out and stuff. Yeah, that's what I did. Said that's not happening. He said my beard would grow out. People were like, wow, who's that? Who's that guy with the big arms? Oh, that's Bert. Like, wow, what did Leanne kick him out of the house? And he goes, oh, I don't know. He like hit her or something. And
he hit her or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
fucking Bert.
And Tom started laughing, and then Bert like did that real like howl laugh. Yeah. 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 He goes, he goes, I never cheat on her, but I would hit her. And Tom's like,
Did I do it? Did I encapsulate what he does?
Yes. Yes. And Tom's like, so where would you hit her? And he's like, and he starts all over again, like howling. He goes, in the face, in the face.
You're gonna get in trouble. You might as well go all the way with his neck. Fuck it. You know, fuck it, Hey.
And then Tom again is like, would it be closed hand or open? And he goes, I've never slapped anybody before, so it would be closed fist. Like,
yeah. It's over, man. It's over. It's all over. Everything is over. It's done. No movies, no nothing, no podcasts. It's all done,
man. Dude, but yeah, like that was, and Tom's just sitting there, like soaking it in, just like adding another piece to it. And he goes, I know this is bad, but I would kind of want to see that. And Bert's like, it would be on the Nest cam. Like, oh God,
fucking Bert.
Oh God,
his comedy special was great though.
It was. I really
talked about it before, but yeah, it was good. Is anybody else coming out with? Oh, you know what I have to watch? Mm-hmm. I haven't looked at Ryan Sickler's one. He's got it on YouTube.
Oh yeah, I gotta watch it. I just watched Shane Gillis.
You just saw that one?
Yeah. I was like cleaning my apartment on Friday, and I turned it on. I was listening to it.
Bro, Shane is funny.
He is, dude. He took all these subjects that like, as like a regularly for a straight white guy, you don't want to go near. And he just like took them all and he killed it.
Like, he just stepped on it. He took a shot on it. He sat there. Bro, he had me howling. Like, because he knows what he's doing. He's like, he's not, it's coming from where it should come from.
Right.
You know what I mean? No more, no less. And he's going in there. And it's not, as somebody who's not a comedian, but who consumes comedy, and as someone who likes, I like a comedian who's a professional, whereas like dance where you're not supposed to dance, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Come on. Like, I know where I'm at. I know what you got to be frustrated about. I know what I'm like. Let me hear your frustrations. The same way I would go and hear black comedians' frustrations. I think that's a reason maybe why only certain white artists really transcend in the black community. Is because like those are the artists who can explain their frustration in the way that they should without it being disrespectful, because then it just comes off as proper. So even if they do dance a little bit in the disrespect, it's like, all right, maybe depending on who they are, it goes with it, whatever you want with it. Like, you get what I mean?
Yeah, it's almost kind of like you have to bring your point and make sure you hit your point when you're doing something like that. Because I see all the time, like at open mics and stuff, like some guys who've done it only a few times, they'll come in and be like, they'll start telling like race jokes or like misogynist jokes, and everybody kind of like sucks the air out of the room. And like I'll be perfectly upfront and saying, like, I don't know how to do that yet. I don't know how to put a spin on that and like still make it appropriate for me to say. You know what I mean? So that's why I stay away from it.
But but I feel as if that's a part of the craft that you eventually get to, not somewhere that you immediately like jump straight into, right? So that guy who's doing it, I wonder, is he at least, if you're gonna jump into some deep water, right?
Yeah.
And you only got 5 minutes to do it, right? I'm guessing you're gonna have 3 minutes of deep waters.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping that the first 2 minutes we get who the fuck you are. So I want to go on the journey of the deep water.
Yeah, you gotta do that.
You see what I'm saying? Like, because I wonder if some of them sometimes they may watch some of their famous comedians and they don't understand that, hey, Tom Segura can come out here and say some of the most outlandish shit because Tom Segura I have invested X amount of years in him. So I know I somewhat know Tom. You don't know the man because I only know what he portrays, but from what he portrays, and then in this avenue, if he comes out and says, "Niggas ain't shit," and that's the first thing. That's the first thing Tom comes out at the top of the conversation. He's like, "Niggas ain't shit." If that's the first thing he says, in that time, you know when he gets on that weird little thing he does. I am invested in Tom, so I'm like, oh, he's going to take me somewhere. I don't know where he's going to take me. I hope he takes me in a good place. If he doesn't, that's a whole nother can of worms. But I've invested enough to where it's like, oh, he can take me there, and we're probably going to most likely have a whole bunch of laughs on how we got there. Whereas if Joe Smo, that I've never known before, like, who the fuck are you?
Right.
And then now we're going right into deep waters. Oh, you're an asshole.
Exactly. Yeah, and I don't think there's any way to do that in 5 minutes. No way. No way to like tell people.
Ideally, if you were going to do something like that, I would think you would need like if your brand. When I say brand spanking new in regards to like the people don't know you, they don't know you, and you're going to jump into some deep water shit. I would assume you would at least want 10 minutes.
Oh, at least.
At least, most likely 15 to 20, realistically.
Right.
If you were like, if it was like a 10-minute spot. If you're crafty enough in that 10 minutes, you could have me laughing at you and then like, all right, listen, niggas ain't shit. And I know I'm white, but y'all been with me this whole time. So let me just explain myself. And depending on how you do it, it's most likely going to go really bad at first. But if you're planning for it to go bad at first and you're pro at it, then you want it to go that way to then win whatever. You get what I'm saying.
Yeah, you can spin it back.
Even though I don't think that mostly any white folks are getting away with niggas ain't shit.
Yeah, no,
in a random room, unless it's their room. You know what I mean? Yeah. They can absolutely get away with it in their rooms to an extent. To an extent, but in a random room.
Yeah, no. That's something like I'm always just kind of like, ooh.
You got to get there. You got to get there because first of all, you got to figure out, does your act even need it?
Right.
You know. So like somebody like Tom, when he says it or has said it in the past, he had that kind of act.
Right.
You know, if you get to that kind of act, then you're gonna have to do what you got to do, Duff.
Exactly.
Funny, nigga. That's what you better do. And I'm like, ain't this your podcast co-host? I know it is my podcast co-host.
Well, dude,
I thought that he was gonna say something funnier.
Well, dude, one time I did an all black room one time, and it was in like the basement of like a restaurant, and it was a really nice room, really nice setup. I'm literally the only white guy in there, and at this point, I'm about 6 months into comedy, so I'm in way over my head. And some dude was like 6'3", 6'4", comes up to me and we're talking a little bit. He goes, "You're not going to do any kill brother jokes, are you?" I'm like, number one, like, who do you think I am?
And who brings kill brother jokes to the?
Yeah,
they have those.
Yeah, I was like,
I don't play those rooms.
I was like, two. Even if I did, this would be the absolute worst place to do that.
He goes, "How do I come back from it? How do I?" If you tell me how to come back from it, I may try it. You tell me.
Yeah.
How do I get out? How would I leave? How? Yeah. Oh shit, that would be funny.
I was like, I'm already nervous.
How did it go?
Awful. Awful. Because not only was I like the only white guy in the room, but I'm like, I'm not even like sort of, I don't even tan. I'm so like
fuck. And then you probably had obviously
I look like
your
this.
Jokes are coming from like a white, exactly, but then your jokes you are white, so your jokes are gonna come from a white place. Yeah. And the black people, if they can just smell pure whiteness,
yeah,
ugh.
Yeah,
they get scared. We get scared.
They were looking at me They were
Like,
looking at me like, yeah, he puts grapes in his potato salad.
Yeah,
Like,
like
so
what the fuck is
like,
up here?
I didn't have to say a word, and they're like, he doesn't season any chicken. Like,
If he uses ketchup, he thinks it's a lot. What the fuck is happening here? Like, this shit right through their head. And then probably, but then there was definitely some people just like, all right, he may have something. He came here.
Yeah.
He said,
and then as soon as I opened my mouth, they're like, he has never been on a dance floor.
They're like, what the fuck is happening here? What the fuck? You said his name was Kevin Duffy. Oh yeah, he's whiter than white.
Yeah.
White.
He lives for St. Patrick's Day. Like, that's what they
shit. Oh shit. That's fucked up. You didn't deserve that, Duff.
Oh, dude. Well, I mean, in the moment, it was really bad. But then, like, I remember another, like, one of my buddies, and we still talk about this day sometimes. An incident where, like, he was on stage, he was doing like 10 or 15 or something like that, and he just had somebody heckling, and dude kept heckling, and like at one point he's like, if you think you're so good, why don't you come up here and do it? And then the guy got up there and like roasted him, and we're both with him like, dude, you would have thought like after like he got done, you would have thought like both of our parents were like in a car accident together, in two separate cars that hit each other, and everyone died because we were sitting there like this, and like just like for the rest of the show. But like I wanted to stay because like Tony Woods was headlining.
Right.
So I wanted to see Tony Woods, and he killed it. Like everybody loved him.
What did Tony say about it after the show?
Oh, dude, he was just like, like with me, he's just like, dude, you're new, so like you're gonna have nights like this, and just keep with it. And that was I got booed that night too.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and I mean,
did your body go through like a cold sweat?
Oh, dude, I was sweating profusely. I like my light blue shirt was like a very dark blue, like from all the sweat. Like I was sweating so bad, and
can you explain the process of like what happens when I know this is bad to talk about, but what happens when the boo, like when you get the first boo, what the fuck happens? Or what first before you get what leads to the boo, when you get the boo, what happens, and then what do you do from that point?
So like normally it's just like somebody being newer, and like somebody in the crowd being an asshole, because if you're newer, people are gonna know, obviously. It's this like whatever. And then once you get the boo, especially if you're newer, you don't know what to say. And like now, if it happened, I'd just be like, oh, cool, made a friend. And like, that's how I'd play it off. I'd say that. And everybody would be like, ha, ha, ha. But like in that moment, you're just like, fuck.
Have you ever heard a comedian get booed and they're just like, yeah, I thought it sucked too. Okay, get off my dick. And it's just like,
and it's something to that effect where they're like,
they acknowledge, like, because don't you have to acknowledge it?
Yeah.
You gotta acknowledge it.
I mean, if it's the whole room, like take your chips and get out of the casino, like 100%. Type deal is how I'm thinking. But like if it's just one person, you gotta say something.
It's like, oh, go eat your mother.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Well, like I remember I was watching one time, like Bert was talking about when he toured with Daniel Tosh, and this was before they were famous. And like Bert did a feature spot, and they had this heckler, and Bert was like being nice, like just like trying to be nice and like shut the guy up. And he gets off stage, and Tosh was like, what was that? He goes, oh, I was a heckler, I was trying to handle it. He goes, that's not happening at my show. And Tosh gets on stage and like starts berating the guy and telling him, he's like, fuck you. You come out to a comedy show and you do something like that. I'm not doing anything until you and your fat fucking wife get out of here. And he goes, and Bert's like, yeah, they were walking towards the door. And right before they got there, he's like, I hope you both get AIDS. and then he turns back to the crowd and goes, but the nice ones, like Magic Johnson has. And the whole place lost it. And
like the nice one, like Magic Johnson has.
The whole place lost it, Bert said. And then, like, it's just a normal show.
Oh, my gosh. That's pretty funny.
That's great.
He goes, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
Not at my show.
Yeah.
Watch and learn, Bertie. Watch and learn.
Oh, God. Yeah, Bert's had some good stories, man.
Yeah, Bert's comedy is on another level. His podcast, well, you know, after he may not be podcasting as much outside because Andrew Schultz with the balloons and the clowns.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was.
I heard about that. He hates balloons
and clowns. Irrational fears. Yeah. So he said he may not be doing podcasts outside of like his real close friends because he goes the first thing he thought of after that podcast was I can't do Logan Paul's podcast anymore.
Yeah, that's what I saw that. Like clowns, I understand. Lots of people are afraid of clowns, but like balloons.
You afraid of clowns, Duff?
Nah. It's got to be a real creepy one. Like you really got to go both feet in.
Okay. So low key, you are afraid of clowns. Okay, that sounds
low key. Yeah, it's got to be like real bad. Like the presentation. There's got to be some real shit.
Some it shit.
Yeah. But like normal, like whatever. Not really. No.
Yeah,
that shit doesn't bother me.
He's like, we're fine with that at the kids' party. We're cool with that.
Yeah. Like, have you ever seen Modern Family?
Yes.
Okay, so like when Cam dresses.
When Cam is a clown, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. That doesn't bother me.
Okay. But when they go, we're gonna get creepy with it. That's
yeah. Like
I respect it.
Let me see if I can find a picture real quick. Because there's a clip on YouTube where these two kids like order a clown from the dark web.
They order a clown from the dark web?
Yeah. I don't think it's like a legit. I don't think it's a legit channel. I think it's more of like a parody type deal. But like when that clown gets there, that's the type of clown that fucking like freaks me out.
See, fuck that. Can't do that now. All right. Well, listen, Duff. It has been enjoyable.
Yes, it
has been fun, and we have seen some fucking. You know, we saw some shit. We talked about some shit. You know, did we make the world a better place? Probably not. We weren't trying to do. So everyone else can go fuck off. Go drink at whatever you go drink whatever I guess the fuck you're gonna go drink. Go have fun, and in 2 weeks we'll see you again. Any other parting words for the people?
Nah, thanks for joining. If you joined, if you didn't, join next time.
If you don't, get AIDS.
But the nice kind, like Magic Johnson has.
Bingo.